Where there rooms at? Tell me where they hide. Microsoft Teams got the connections we're riding. Clicking on the app, but I'm lost in this maze. I need that conference vibes for the collab craze.
Marin, it's Friday. We've got a whole team of people behind the scenes. But did I just see you drinking a cocktail, Marin?
Oh, no, it's an iced coffee that I made myself this morning.
Iced coffee. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's a little crazy, Marin.
Like it could be something else, but
we
yeah.
do have a ton of news this week. Let's start off with the Teams Rooms news. There is a new firmware for Teams Rooms on Windows, Marin. It has a whole bunch of things. These are the release notes for it, from live transcription to translated captions, updated gallery view. You're going to see this presented in the Pro Management Portal. And again, remember that every Teams Rooms on Windows is moving over to the Pro Management Portal. So you should have your rings set up and you should be ready for this update. Marin?
Yeah?
Your favorite time of the year.
Favorite. Yes. Work Trend Index report came out, I believe it was on Wednesday of this week. And this is usually like a super meaty, I would say, report with lots of analytics that basically is kind of once annual, right? And it was all about our very favorite agents across the whole portfolio of rooms, and very future facing. So you pulled a lot of good data points out of it, but this is definitely some good reading for you this week if you've not seen it already.
Great reading. They poll the customers. They ask them their input on AI. There's a focus on customer service, marketing, and product development. These are the top investments that our customers are currently doing. But let's dive a little bit into a couple of these things out of this report. First, I wanted this to be a focus because you understand phase 1, human with assistant, phase 2, human agent and teams, and then phase 3, human led. This is a big idea that we're moving towards, and a big thing that everybody's going to. Agents are going to be the way of the future, Marin.
Yeah, and we've got a few of them. I mean, I don't know if the survey showed how many people are already using at least one agent. The future and really the year ahead is us all using multiple agents. So we've got things like facilitator and interpreter on the way, but really interesting to see some innovations out of our partner community on what other types of agents there could be across many different types of work.
And this was following, once you understand where the agents are going and everything else, they sort of laid it out in these different phases. But this is where leaders are saying productivity needs to increase. And Marin, it was really, really telling inside of the report why productivity needs to increase. Because the demands are completely outpacing the human capacity.
Yeah, these were like a little bit of negative, I would say there, of like
challenging. It's a challenge for all of us.
Challenging. I think we're a little bit overwhelmed is all I would say based on those numbers. There's a lot going on, so we all have to find a way to do more, and agents are our little people that
agents are going to be there for us to help and everything else. I think the one thing, 58 chats seen daily outside of the 9 to 5. I think I get that at 5:30 every single day. Right? As we're trying to shut down, you know what happens. Everybody turns around and goes, "Oh, I forgot to ask Jimmy or Matt or Marin or Michelle or Michael this question," and all of a sudden the chats start to come in. So it was really, really important. Marin, this and everything else, we're going to have this technical boot camp. A lot of things are going to be introduced at this technical boot camp. There is a way to attend virtually, and there's also a way to attend in person. We're sort of looking at it. We got a couple spots left. So if you have not chosen which one you're going to do, in person or virtual, make sure to sign up. aka.ms/Converge Comms Bootcamp 25. That's going to get you the virtual. If you want the in-person, contact one of us at Microsoft, and we'll make sure to get you on that list. Now, we shouldn't forget about all the badges that we have outside of here, Marin. So let's talk a little bit about your sales badge. Again, with your sales badge, you'll be able to take this exam, go through it. You'll get a badge, post it on LinkedIn. But this is a question that you may get on this test. And I know people are still taking that test, so please don't sleep on this. Please make sure you get this. But Marin, what is the purpose of campaign in a box resources? to provide customizable marketing campaigns for partners, to offer financial support for marketing, to introduce new software tools, or to send targeted marketing emails to customers on behalf of the partner. What say you, Marin?
A. Let's go with A.
That's correct. It is to provide customizable marketing campaigns for partners. One of the big ones that we have this year is Rooms and Copilot campaign in a box. If you've got a customer and their field teams are actually selling Copilot, it is important for them to understand Copilot and Teams Rooms go hand in hand in an organization for the AI-powered workplace. Now, you'll get 100 questions. There's a question bank of 100 questions. The exam is 15 questions. The passing grade is 80. Once you pass, please post it on LinkedIn. Let's jump into some of the specifics about the Work Trend Index and some of the Copilot announcements, Marin, because Copilot had some advancements this week with search, creation, Copilot notebooks, and my favorite, the Agent Store.
Yeah, this was new. I was so focused on the Work Trend Index that I missed this one. And I honestly think notebooks is super cool. And we talked about before this show about the store where like you're able to purchase. God, we had a couple that we've already broadcast the last couple of weeks, but this is a whole new marketplace, honestly. So make sure you check this one out.
Correct. This will be a great tool for everybody. And this blog was actually picked up by The Verge, so they have a full analysis of sort of where it's going and what to do. So it's a great opportunity to get an outside input about all of the announcements that were there. And of course, Marion, everything is covered in the What's New in Copilot monthly blog. This is Copilot, what they're calling Wave 2 Spring Release. I think it's like spring training for Major League Baseball. We've got the spring release of Copilot right before the real season that comes up this summer where everything starts releasing. But it was an amazing amount of announcements. I think there's a lot to absorb here and a lot of different things that we're going to be able to go into. But with that, Marin, I want to hand it over to Dave because he's got another example of where Copilot is helping him in his work productivity. So, Michael, go ahead and roll that tape.
Welcome back to AI Prompt of the Week. This past week, I was talking with my buddy Michael Tressler, and we got to talking about how often we iterate through a bunch of prompts. And when we get to the final result, what we really want is to just replay the whole sequence over and over. As an example, imagine you create a weekly newsletter. You follow the same steps each week to prepare it. So why not have Copilot streamline this process for you? Well, you could build a full Copilot agent. Here's a simpler approach that anyone can use. First, you iterate through your series of prompts as you normally would. After you receive the final output, add one additional prompt. Please summarize all of the prompts from start to finish and in a way that would allow me to get this finished result with a single prompt with the same formatting and content. Keep in mind that because generative AI is non-deterministic, the consolidated prompt might not produce the exact identical results each time. Test it several times, and you may need to refine even this prompt to get the details consistent as you want them, especially if you're creating a true one-shot prompt for repeated use. And that's this week's AI Prompt of the Week. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with someone who you think might benefit. I'll see you next time.
Marin, I think Copilot might be the worst employee in the world. You just can't get the same response for it twice.
Yeah. Well, hey, shout out to Michael Tressler, who's helping to produce our show as well. He's all over the place this week.
Absolutely. Now that and all of the Prompt of the Weeks can be found at aka.ms/Prompt of the Week on our YouTube channel that we do every single week. Great t-shirts on Dave and great suggestion. Now let's jump into the roadmap this week, Marin. Now this was a big one, AI assistant for admins in the Pro Management Portal. We did have a question about this. Is it Copilot? It's not Copilot. It is actually the AI assistant for admins in the Pro Management Portal. This is going to start coming out in June of this year. And I think it's going to be something that a lot of administrators are really going to find valuable in their organization and something that they're going to use. Mary, we got a lot of upcoming events. I feel like I'm on the road every single week. This time, Michael Tressler was just telling about all of his travels. Next week, I'm in Denver for Innovate with our friends at Ford AV. 90 plus AVs, there's exhibitors, 150 manufacturers, representatives. I'll be giving the keynote speech out there in Loveland. Customers, partners, anybody that wants to come, please let us help us drive people to that event. The Shore Roadshow continues. New York City, Seattle, Atlanta, Washington, San Francisco. They're all over the place, going out with all of their Microsoft Teams Rooms kits. Glad to see them. Maren, you went to Charlotte with them for one of them too, right?
Yeah. And 100-year anniversary. They do walk you through the full 100 years and amazing history there. And you'll get to see the culmination with a big celebration, I think, at InfoComm. So I would invite you to go check out one of these roadshows, and if not, see them there. Lots of nice new innovation coming and lots of new certified products under All Up Teams. I think they just had a headset got certified this week as well. So
I wonder if they use the @nearby to tell everybody there's cake in the break room, Maren. Microsoft Build is coming up. Be sure to register. Build is an important part. We're going to have a lot of announcements this year at Build. Satya will be doing the keynote. Our friend Dave will be at InfoComm delivering a from pilot to production scaling session on Wednesday. I will be there. AI in the production process on Tuesday, and I will also be giving a boot camp and helping our friends at Shore do a boot camp at InfoComm, showing everybody how to actually create the accounts, do all the accounts for Microsoft Teams and Windows. And Tuesday, the 10th, we have a couple more sessions with our friend Ilya, Sam Albert, and others from Microsoft, Maren. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, this and everything can be found at smtr.show. I know we're at the 11th minute. We only ask for 10 minutes of your time. Todd, Danny, Andrew, Carlos, Randy, everybody that's commented on this, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for everything. Maren, back to your iced coffee. Back to your iced coffee.
It's needed.
Friday. It's time for the weekend. Let's get a whole bunch of stuff done. But hopefully everybody has a great weekend. And we'll see you back here right at 9 a.m. Every Friday morning. Michael, go ahead and take us out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Where them rooms at? Tell me where they hiding. Microsoft Teams got the connections we're riding. Clicking on the app, but I'm lost in this maze. I need that conference vibe for the collab craze. Where them rooms at? Tell me where they hiding. Microsoft Teams got the connections we're riding. Clicking on the app, but I'm lost in this maze. I need that conference vibe for the collab craze.